communication is very important because people can't
Duh.
read
Sorry.
your mind. No, verbal communication.
Yes.
Is very important because people cannot read your mind, and therefore they will take the cues of what your state of mind is or how intelligent you are by the way you talk.
And a lot of us tend to delve a little bit more into why did you choose those words
Yeah.
and what's the meaning behind it? What's
Only,
your true
only you
agenda?
lah. Only you will overanalyze
Oh,
words.
I disagree. I know a lot of people who overthink. And sometimes we overthink, and that could be to
lah,
our detriment.
Seriously?
But
Okay,
no,
for maybe the little
people do overthink.
hamster brain of mine doesn't overthink and overanalyze. It's like, oh, why did she use this word? Are there deeper Freudian?
I have, to those who are listening, to those, I'm just going to speak to the fourth wall here. To those that are listening, put in your comment on whether or not you overthink as to someone's choice of words and language. I bet you there are more than half.
Okay.
But we don't have the statistics.
I don't know. But, and I think
And you
because-
started your language with but. There you go. That's the other thing you do a lot of.
Really?
You interject with but.
Okay. And I think that the only way someone can peek into your mind is through the way you speak. And if you speak badly and you speak in a very disorganized manner, or even if you write in a very disorganized manner, it reflects the frame of mind you're in.
Right.
And it does
Convoluted.
not impress. It does not
Exactly.
impress.
Yeah.
Have you ever received an email
Yes.
which is like so long? And
Yes.
at the end of it, you read like,
What?
huh? What?
Yeah.
What?
And I'm also viewing a lot of video interviews
Oh, yeah.
of young people as part of one of my other assignments. And I'm listening to these young individuals in their video interviews natter on and on and on, at the end of which I've got a furrow and I'm just deepening my
What?
my wrinkles.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? What? Yeah, no. So yes, if you need to be concise, especially when it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why communications are very important, especially when you're conveying ideas to senior management.
Yeah. And not just that, your resume as well. Sometimes the convoluted storytelling on a resume with like large words that don't quite stitch together well.
But you realize that for a lot of people, their resumes are just word soups, right?
yes.
It's just
and
keyword
may-
soup. It's basically just
and I
throw in and just...
And these are individuals who maybe opened up a word cloud and say,
Yeah.
I'm going to put all these words together, even if it doesn't think.
Because they're trying to hack the ATS,
or
the
they're
applicant
trying
tracking
to
system.
they're trying to make themselves sound intelligent when actually it's doing the opposite.
But I know once again, as I always say, people don't
You always
read.
say.
I always say. And this one I always say. HR people do not read resumes in detail anyway. So
They scan.
Let's put a pin in it.
And we'll do this in another chapter.
We will park
Yes.
it aside, okay? And we will do this in another chapter on whether or not your CVs actually get read. And you're going to say,
do.
Adrian, it's not a CV, it's a resume. Okay, whether or not your resumes actually get read. Okay. And if you're keen on having us have that
And
argument
he's
about
pointing his finger again.
not to you, I'm pointing to him, is to just drop us a note in the comments whether or not you want us to have a discussion on how worthless your CV is.
Resume is important. It is important, and it represents your professional brand.
No, I agree.
So
I
you
agree.
have to do a good job, regardless of whether or not it's read.
Yeah.
And that you can't
Yeah,
disprove.
no, it doesn't mean that you can just throw words.
and you
So I agree
never
with you.
know when someone might just want
Yeah.
to read it.
So I agree with you.
Of course.